It's a very big job. Kevin, welcome back. Please ignore everything you've heard on the show up until now. Hey, Kevin, one thing. Okay, you're a big policy wonk and you run the policy committee. Okay, I'm concerned that the Democrats will continue to do everything they can to sabotage Mr. Trump and his economy and what I regard as his successful presidency. And that includes the continuing resolution, which, as you know, ends at the end of January. Not so far away, I think you would agree. So I'm suggesting that you all, your colleagues, switch from a continuing resolution to reconciliation, which they cannot stop and only requires 51 votes. This is the way out of their wrecking the election year economy. Kevin Hern, what do you think of that?
Well, I think you've got something there. That's something we've been talking about this year, about having a second bite at the apple with the continuing resolution as we look at this reconciliation bill. Because as you just described, the Democrats certainly showed us over the last, that 43-day shutdown that they had no desire to get things less costly to the American people. We saw this play out 45 years ago when Ronald Reagan took over from Jimmy Carter and the place was abysmal in just 4 years. We see that now with President Trump, and we didn't have China to deal with 45 years ago. President Trump has overcome. I think he's doing a fantastic job. As you said earlier today on another show on the Fox network, you said, I'm very bullish. I too am very bullish of what's going on in America, bringing companies here, trillions of dollars a company, job creators to put Americans to work. The million workers that President Trump has gotten back into workforce this year are all American-born workers. That's something important to note. I think all these are positive for the future of this country.
By the way, Kevin, on that important point, all American workers, many of them, according to the study, are Hispanic and Latin American-born workers. Really terrific stuff. Really terrific stuff. But on this other matter, I just don't want Democrats to keep, shutting the government down in order to stop the economy. That's my point. That's why I would go to reconciliation. I don't have a detail on this. I'm just saying, in terms of strategy, that's where I would go. I'll give you the last word.
Well, we're going to work to try to find a bipartisan way forward on health care because, quite frankly, at the end of the day, that's what's going to be the long-lasting. That's what's going to be the least political. And there are a handful of things we can work on very quickly. We're going to see if the Democrats are truly about lowering the cost of health care for all 350 million Americans, not just a couple of a million. And so, as I said yesterday in the Ways and Means hearing, we all should work together to do that monumental task. Get after the cost, the rising cost of health care that every single American is going to see. And we're putting $400 billion, if the Democrats had their way, to really just lower the cost for just a few people. We need to get after this for all Americans.
All right, terrific stuff.